These are going to be some very, very loose first thoughts on the new Yu-Gi-Oh series because I want to get this out as soon as possible. I'll release a new video with more actual information and stuff at a later date. This is just going to be getting a video out very quickly just to give my thoughts. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens. The Jump Festa panel only just ended. I have not got any actual translated news or anything. All I have is some Japanese images and a trailer to work off of. If you just want to see the news, I'll put a link in the description to everything. There's an official website already up. There's already a trailer. Trailer's region locked, but I've already seen it. I love it. I went into this going, as long as it's anything that isn't a reboot or any kind of nostalgia pandering thing, I want something new. I want new protagonists. I want a new story. It looks great. It looks different. It doesn't look like what I expected, but I love it. I'm trying to get this out fast because I'm going to go and see Cats in a few hours. Yeah, Cats. Whatever. That's going to date this video. Okay. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens. My first thoughts. Yeah, it's different. And if your reaction to this is, ooh, it's different, I don't know if I like that, that's fine. Everyone always has that reaction. I didn't have that reaction because I was so hoping for something new and different. And so because I got something new and different, I was like, yes, this is exactly what I wanted. But if you don't expect anything too new or too different, then your first reaction to seeing it will obviously be, ooh, I don't know if I like that or not. If you're shitting on this show aimed at kids and teenagers for being too kiddie, that's a bit too far, that's a bit stupid, because, I mean, what were you expecting? We only just got Vrains, a series that was fairly serious for a Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, really story-focused, it was obvious this was going to be something in the opposite direction. They always do that. Zexal came out right after 5Ds, and this is coming out right after Vrains, so obviously they were going to do something like this. At least that's what I was hoping for, and that's good. People were comparing it to Zexal already, and I'm like, haha, joke's on you. Zexal's my favorite series, so the comparisons only make me more excited for this. Main character's called Yugioh. I like his design. I think his design's a little bit generic, I guess. He looks very buddy fight or newer generation Digimon. He doesn't really stand out very much as a card game protagonist, but I'm sure he'll grow on me as time goes on. The other characters look cool though. The new cards look great. There's Seven Roads Magician, I think, is the name of the new ace monster, and he looks cool. The new animation style looks great. They're taking a page out of Pokemon Sun and Moon's book by making the character designs simpler and rounder and bouncier. It makes it easier to do good animation. And if there's anything we found out from Vrains, it's that this studio needs some easier animation to work with. So I don't mind that. Again, I think Sun and Moon looks gorgeous. I think the new Pokemon anime also looks gorgeous visually. And so if they're taking that sort of angle with this, I'm 100% happy. Just because it looks lighthearted doesn't mean there won't be a story. I hear this complaint a lot, how people complain that Zexal didn't have a story, so to say, and I'm like, you must not have got very far through Zexal. And here's my optimistic take. Zexal's my favorite series, and I'm going to explain something really important about my enjoyment of Zexal that will hopefully make anyone that's disappointed in Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens a little bit more optimistic, right? Yes, this will probably start off very slow and slice of lifey and lighthearted, but that's a good thing. Because by starting very slow and character focused and slice of lifey, that means we have time to actually set everything up properly, and so when the story kicks in, you actually care. My problem with Vrains is at first it was big and flashy and story focused and it was cool. But then after a while, I just kind of got bored. Not because the show's bad, it's pretty good actually. It just felt stagnant. It just didn't really feel like it was going everywhere. The end of Vrains felt identical to the end. Most other series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Have very distinct story arcs. People who love Yu-Gi-Oh! GX go on and on about how the final story arc of GX feels absolutely nothing like the first story arc of GX, and same thing goes for series like Zexal. And that's good. You want story arcs to change. You want the series to feel different as time progresses. You want the stakes to raise and evolve. And that's my problem with Vrains, and it didn't really feel like that. It just kind of felt like the same. It felt like the show was one story arc long, even though it wasn't. And I'm hopeful that Sevens will correct this issue. I'm hoping that Sevens will change and feel different as time progresses. Because if we're gonna get like a 150 or so episode long anime, it should feel different. It should feel fun. And again, it should be different to Vrains, because that's the thing. It's a cycle. We're gonna keep getting Yu-Gi-Oh series as time progresses. And so why not take chances? Why not do different stuff? Why not change up the art style and everything? Because guess what? If it doesn't work, or even if it does work, we can just do something different next time anyway. And I like that. I really like how this looks. It looks interesting and fresh, and I'm trying my absolute hardest not to make a comparison to Cardlight Vanguard right now, but anyone who knows, knows. I really like the look of it. I love the look of it. Again, I don't have much else to say. I'll make another second video once we actually do have information translated. There was a pretty big interview and a lot of pieces of information that were dropped that seem to reveal a lot about the series. Like, for example, that one of the characters seems to be using Blue Eyes White Dragon, which is interesting. I'm glad we didn't get a reboot of Duel Monsters, because the thing is, well, I already like Duel Monsters, and Dark Side of Dimensions was a good end to Duel Monsters. Ever since seeing that movie, I'm like, cool, I'm done with Duel Monsters now. I don't need to see any more Duel Monsters, especially not a reboot or a manga adaptation, and so I'm glad we got that. And if you're a Duel Monsters fan who is disappointed that we didn't get more Duel Monsters here, then just go and read the manga. The manga's pretty good. Just go and do that. No one's stopping you, unless you already have. In that case, read it again, rewatch the anime. I don't know. But Sevens looks cool. There's a lot of cool details, like how the duel disc looks like the number 7. Very clever. I like that the number is incorporated into the series name. It reminds me a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. I like that. I like how the characters look. They look different. They look very Future Card Buddy Fight, which again ties into how the protagonist has the same name. I wonder if Konami saw that Future Card Buddy Fight Ace started airing and were like, shit. But, oh well, Future Card Buddy Fight Ace is on hiatus, and so Bushiroad don't know what they're missing out on, eh? This is gonna be, I think it's gonna be successful. I think it's gonna work. The new cards look really cool. I don't know if these cards will be ones, like, I don't know if the cards will actually look like this when they get released physically in the real world, because if you see at the bottom, they say Rush Duel on them, which seems to pertain as to what the gimmick of the series will be. You know, every series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a gimmick that is revolved in the duels, and this one seems to be Rush Dueling. Earlier during the panel, they revealed Master Dueling, which was a version of dueling where you get more spell and trap card zones, but I don't think that has anything to do with the new anime. So it doesn't really matter, I guess. Yeah, again, not much information to go off of right now at this very second in time, because we do have info, it just hasn't been translated yet. I'm recording this like the second I see it, but anyone who wants my first opinions and stuff, I love it. I love the look of it, and if you want to see, because you could have already seen what I thought of it before this video even went up, if you were following me on Twitter. Yes, I'm plugging my Twitter now. So yeah, if you want to see what I think in real time as this kind of stuff happens, as this kind of news happens, definitely check out my Twitter, because I tweet about these things the second they happen. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for some new Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been missing Yu-Gi-Oh! During the hiatus of Vrains, and yeah, we're not getting anything new until April, which is still a while from now, but hopefully that gives the production team some time to really polish this up and make sure it's ready to go out. So I'm looking forward to it. So I'll see you back here in a few days' time with some more in-depth thoughts. I'm definitely going to make a lot of videos about this series because I'm loving the look of it so far. So tune in for that. Check out my previous videos about the Yu-Gi-Oh! 2020 anime as well. And I'll see you back here later. Yeah.